Hey friends, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. Today we're going to be doing a first impression on a house that I've never smelled before, and that is Bois Imperial from Essential Parfums. If you would, go ahead and like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and that you got the notifications turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. So, Ganymede is a fragrance that has been very popular in Fragcom for a couple of years now, ever since it come out. It was perfumed by Quentin Bisch, who is a perfumer that I first got familiar with by watching a BBC documentary back when I first got in Fragcom 6 years ago or so.
Smell is our most primitive and least understood sense. Perfume manipulates that sense, instantly reminding us of good times past and speaking of glamour and sophistication to those who get close.
And it was a much older documentary, and he was in fact still in perfumery school when the documentary was made. And I remember thinking, this guy doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He's probably not going to make it.
And meeting the few with the right stuff to make it to nose school.
I was hired. He doesn't know anything about chemistry, you know. I'm sorry. I think he's got a lot of talent.
He's done pretty good for himself. Le Male Parfum, Ultra Zest by Mugler, several other big-time fragrances, among them Ganymede, and today's listing, which I've been told is kind of a updated and better version of Ganymede in a lot of people's opinions. So if I was going to buy one or the other, Ganymede, which is very expensive, you know, $200 to $300, I would pick this up at Lucky Scent for, you know, it was under $100. I remember that. So we're going to go ahead and get into this fragrance and see what it's all about. I really have no point of reference. Again, I've not even smelled the original. I'm just blind buying the DNA based on so many people's recommendations. It seems like it would be something that I would like. Now, I've got to say that the packaging here leaves a little to be desired. You know, just kind of cardboard fillers there. But it's all about environmentally, you know, sound and 93% natural fragrance and all that. So let's get into it. All right. So I guess you just have to tear this. How do you get this out?
2 hours later. Two hours later.
This. Hold on, I'll be right back. Trying to figure out how to get in. It doesn't. Let me just pop it out. It's horrible. Is that the way you do it? Did I buy just like a partial box? What is this? Don't let me know if that's how that's supposed to be done. All right. I think this is the worst packaging for a niche fragrance that I've ever seen. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't even know what to do with it. Did I buy a tester bottle unknowingly and this is the tester packaging? It's just stacks of cardboard, with a cutout in it. And it's almost like once you open it one time, you can never use it again. I don't know. That's weird. But I do really like the bottle. Y'all know I'm a sucker for just kind of a simplistic square or rectangular bottle with a simple presentation, but nice heavy glass, things of that nature. Cap was on very snugly. It's just a plastic cap with an E on the top of it. Very good atomizer. Okay, wow. That's not what I was expecting. This is a vetiver fragrance. Maybe that's why. For some reason, I wasn't thinking that Ganymede or Bois Imperial was a vetiver-based fragrance. But I was thinking it was a heavy lavender fragrance. But lavender and vetiver are my two favorite notes, so I can see why. I just had in my mind that this was a lavender fragrance. Okay, this smells like Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, only brightened up a lot, which is kind of unique because Grey Vetiver is a very bright fragrance in itself. But there's another, there's something else going on with it that sets it apart and makes it different. It's almost mineralistic or metallic. Spicy, herbally. Smells like there's what's that herb in Eau Sauvage? Basil, I think. It's giving me some nuances from Eau Sauvage, which is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It's giving me a lot of Grey Vetiver, which is another one of my favorite fragrances of all time. You've seen some of my past videos, you know that is the fragrance that opened my eyes up to how different fragrances can smell. Up until that point, I only had like Acquadagio, Profumo, and Sauvage. I smelled Grey Vetiver in an airport in Seoul, South Korea, and I was like, wow, I've got to start smelling everything. And I have it, and I always probably will have it. Okay, so it opens up very bright. There's definitely some citruses in there, but it's almost like a zingy, effervescent thing, like maybe ginger. So very bright, very soapy, clean vetiver forward, with this, as imposing as the soapy clean vetiver is, there's this mineralistic and herbal nuance. And so this is trifecta of minerals, herbs, and vetiver. It's bold, it's loud, it smells fantastic. So this is a love at first scent for me on the bottle and the juice. It is a hate on the package, but I'm really gonna enjoy getting to know this fragrance. It is something that is a perfect office fragrance. This is going to be something perfect to wear to church or to business meetings, things of that nature. It could dress up, it could dress casual. It's not a gym scent. There's nothing cheap smelling about it. Very high quality. There is a sharpness to it, but it's an intended sharpness. It's not a synthetic sharpness or an unintentional sharpness. Quentin Bisch, when he perfumed this, he obviously wanted this sharp quality to cut through at the beginning. And then I would imagine as this dries down, that sharpness is going to leave, and it's going to be this nice round, woody, soapy, clean scent. I'm going to definitely keep this and come back later with a full review of Bois Imperial by Essential Parfums. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. How does it compare to Ganymede? Which one do you think is better, and all that? So again, let me know what you think. Like, share, do all those things till we see you down the road. I say God bless. Frag on, frag family.